Hello ratbags, it's Jade PLAYSGAMES. Welcome to a special video today. I can't believe I'm having to do a video on this, but I've seen so many people still struggling with the brand new layout for the control pad. So no matter what you use now, the Xbox, the PS4, you'll know that the actual inventory, the UI has changed. Now it's changed a few days ago, in fact maybe last week, but I'm getting so many comments from people saying they don't know how it works. And so I'm going to go through everything, even if it's a bit simplistic. I just want to do it because there's so many comments from you guys. So first things first, you press the circle button or the B button to go into your UI. So it does look quite different and you'll be wondering what's going on, what you have to actually do. Well, the first thing you're probably going to get confused with is up here you've got the inventory and crafting. Now you can do that, what I'm just doing, and scroll on it, and then you can change whatever one you want. But if you actually just tap R1 or RB, and you can see you switch between the inventory and the crafting tabs. And that's Xbox, PS4, exactly the same. I'm going to mention every single button. When you're looking in the inventory of something like a fire or a workbench, you can hold triangle and then access the inventory and choose what you want to do, demolish it, put out fire, etc. Or if you just press the square button. And as you can see, R1 or RB still navigates just your inventory and your crafting. If you want to switch quickly to the inventory, all you need to do is press L3 or the left stick in. And there you go, look, I'm switching now between both inventories. And then that way you can actually move stuff over really quickly like I just did there. So let's try it again. There you go, L3 or left stick in. Highlight what you want to transfer over. Then press L3 or left stick in again. Then simply tap the A button or the X button. And there you go, I've moved it over once again. So pretty simple stuff. But, you know, there's no real options that tell you any of this. So, how do you quickly get to some of these? Instead of having to go up and here and try and do it that way, well, there is a way to do it. So next up, if you've got a fire or you've got to turn something on, if you're inside the inventory, just press the right stick in. And there you go, you can see I've turned the fire off. Press it in again and you'll turn it on. And that's exactly what you do to turn anything on or off. So how do you access your engrams and your tribe manager and all the rest of the things? Well, if you touch the touchpad or the back button on the Xbox controller, you'll go left. So you can choose between going to the Explorer notes, your order groups, your tribe manager, your Engram Points, and your inventory again. If you press the options button or the start button on Xbox, you'll do it the other way and you can just simply go between. So by tapping either the options and back button or the options and the touchpad, you can go back and forth in between whatever one you need to look at. Again, it makes it quick and easy to see what engrams you need to unlock, what explorer notes you want, how to manage your tribe. While in your inventory, highlight what item you want and then hold the R2 button and you can see you quickly consume it. So again, for whatever you're eating, whatever you're doing, if you just hold the R2 or the RT button, you'll eat it really quickly. Just be careful you don't eat the wrong thing. And same thing goes, if you've got something to place, you can press the R2 button and it will take you out of the inventory and you'll be able to place it where you want to place it. If you want to quickly move something from your inventory to your hotbar, just double tap on the X button or the A button. And there you go, it will quickly move it. If you want to equip something in your armor slot quickly, just press the R2 or RT button and there you go, it moves it over into position. If you want to take something out of an inventory, so say you're looking at a fire or crafting bench, if you double tap the X button or the A button, you'll take just one item. But if you hold it down, you'll take all the items. And it's the same thing, if you want to transfer it to the inventory quickly as well, you can simply just hold down the X or the A button and there you go. A few things people have been missing. If you've got toggle tooltips not highlighted, so currently it's off, when you look in your crafting menu, you'll see it doesn't actually tell you what you need to craft the item. Just make sure this is ticked on. And there you go, now it will show you exactly what you need to actually make the item. As usual, if it's in red, you won't be able to make it. Next up, you've got folder view. Now you can have all your engrams laid out like that, and that's okay early on in the game. But once you start unlocking loads and loads, you want to sort them out. So it's pretty simple, put it in folder mode, and there you go, it's all sorted for you. Now there is no folder view on your inventory screen, but you can make your own folders. Just simply press the X button or the A button, move it over and click on what you want to put it in. So again, that's an easy way to keep your inventories nice and organised. Now you've got the option to sort items by unsorted. Another thing you can do with the toggle tooltips is, while highlighted on it, press the square button or the X button and it will bring up the description. So if you don't like that little bit of description on the actual item, just press the square or the X button and it will turn it off. In the sort inventory screen there's a few different options. You can sort by spoil time by pressing L2 or LT. You can sort it by weight by pressing the square button. You can sort it by name by pressing triangle or Y. Or you can unsort it by pressing R2. So again, a few different options. That's not the biggest deal ever. But if you do like organising your inventory in a particular way, whether it's weight or item name, then that's the way to do it, quick and easy. As ever, you've got the drop all item. I'm not going to do that, but it's pretty self-explanatory. If you want to drop one item, just hover over the item and press the LT, L2 button. And there you go, I've just dropped all my stuff in the water, so I need to get it back up. Last couple of options in your inventory screen, what you can do, you can split your items just by pressing the square, and it will split it by 1. So that's a really good method to do with your meat, so you can get spoiled meat quickly and easily. If you want to split something in half, you press the triangle or the Y button. So that's all the shortcuts to do with inventory. Now there's just one more thing to tell you guys about in inventory. If you press the R2 on a food item or consumable, you'll eat it straight away. So it's nice and simple, you can simply do that as long as it's in your inventory. Right, next up we're going to take a look at the crafting and show you a few more shortcuts. So if you want to craft one item, you just simply tap the R2 button. If you've got multiple resources and you press the square button or the X button on the Xbox, you can create multiple. So see on the hat there, I can make 2, but as I haven't got enough materials, I can only make 1 of the actual sleeping bag. So let's press the square button to show you guys that. And finally, if you press the triangle button or the Y button on an item, as long as you've got loads of resources, it will make as many as it can using all your resources. So be careful you don't press this. You can cancel it if you look at the crafting queue, but you've got to be very quick, particularly if you're making 3 or 4 expensive items. So that's all the shortcuts to do with inventory and crafting. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff we can do. Obviously your explorer notes are designed to show you what you've unlocked. Your engram points are obviously to show you what engrams you want to unlock and what items you want to make. Now there's no real shortcuts on the actual engrams. You just simply highlight what you want and press the X or the A button. But as of the brand new update, you can actually choose an engram and it will unlock all the previous engrams associated with it. So if you want to unlock stone walls but you haven't unlocked stone wood, as long as you've got the engrams, it will do it automatically for you. It's been something everyone's been asking for a long time. It saves you having to go back through all the engrams, unlocking all the previous tiers. You can now just go straight to the one you want and it will unlock the whole prerequisite before you. Same thing goes for tame all the group. There's no real shortcuts, just simply do what you want to do. Obviously when you've got some more creatures, this is how you do it. I'm going to show you guys how to do that in another video when I've actually got some tames. I'm currently playing on an official server. And then you've got your tribe manager. Same thing again, just call your tribe manager what you've done, and you do this by pressing the options button or the start button or the touchpad depending on what you're using. Job's a good one. If you want to eat something in your inventory really quickly, like I've got 17 berries there, just hold whatever combination it says and you will eat the whole amount of food in that box. And then normally you've got the normal buttons, left D-pad, right D-pad, up D-pad, down D-pad to choose what weapon you want. If you take a look in the options menu, you will realise that it doesn't actually match up anymore. If you're having trouble reading your UI, make sure you haven't got it all the way to the left. As you can see, you can make it as small as you want nearly, but you don't obviously want that. So put it all the way to the right if you're having trouble actually reading a new UI, and that's as big as it can go. Same thing goes for the slots. You can make the slots really small, and that's not so bad. Another top tip is sometimes motion blur doesn't actually turn off. You always want to keep that off because it's horrible. So whenever you load into a new game, a new world, or even an old game, an old world, whenever you basically just log in, always press the start button and press apply and exit. And that should mean you'll go back to where you were in terms of having either the motion blur off. So there we go guys, a little quick tutorial. It seems really simplistic, and if obviously you know what you're doing, then hopefully you'll still give this video a like for all the noobs out there. But with the latest changes, loads of people have been caught out, and it took me a good while to actually get used to the new controls. I'm Jade Plays Games, I will see you guys later.